School districts across the state cutting budgets, laying off employees to pay for the rapidly rising costs of pensions. Both teachers and administrators pay into the same fund, but only on 5. Betty Yu found out when the time comes to retire, it's not a level playing field.
No one on, no one out.
From coaching Little League to teaching English,
Nice catch, Matthew.
David Pickett's daily duties keep growing. The problem is his paycheck keeps shrinking.
Between health insurance and then pension plus taxes, I think just everything kind of adds up.
The San Mateo Middle School teachers' pension costs alone are up 53% from 2 years ago. It's all part of a plan to salvage the California State Teachers Retirement Fund, which is currently facing a $97 billion unfunded liability. Everyone's paying the price, including taxpayers. But we found that the benefits of the bailout are not being shared equally. That's because school administrators' salaries are set by school boards that can approve big pay raises in the last 3 years, or even just the last year of service, the years that determine the pension amount. Teachers' salaries, on the other hand, are limited by collective bargaining agreements.
No one's pension should be based on the last 12 months of a 30-year career.
Stanford professor Joe Nation says the rules for administrators encourage spiking, the practice of boosting earnings at the end of a career in order to get a bigger pension.
If you pay that superintendent or that senior administrator that sort of pension, then that means you have less for teachers, you have less to be able to hire new teachers, you have less to be able to build new buildings. Everyone gets hurt in the end.
After months of delay, CalSTRS finally handed over compensation data that clearly shows the disparity. The top 100 retirees, all school administrators, got an average 15.8% pay raise over their last 3 years of service, substantially increasing their monthly pensions. The bottom 100 retirees, all teachers, averaged only 3.8%. Take former Beverly Hills Superintendent Steve Kessler. He went from making $112,000 as school principal to $249,000 as superintendent. Thanks to that 120% pay raise over his last 3 years, the highest statewide, his pension is set for life at just over $16,700 a month. Here in the Bay Area, Dr. Suzanne Roy from the Belmont Redwood Shores Unified School District had been earning $128,000 a year as assistant superintendent, when in her last year of service, she got promoted to co-interim superintendent with a salary of $186,000. That's a 44% single-year raise, the highest in the Bay Area, boosting her pension to just over $10,300 a month. Dublin Unified's retired assistant superintendent, Dr. Tim McCarty, had the highest 3-year surge in the Bay Area. His compensation went from $148,000 to $203,000 in his final year, an almost 37% raise that boosted his pension to $17,200 a month.
Well, there can be legitimate reasons for a pay increase at the end of somebody's career.
Grant Boykin with CalSTRS says his agency has doubled its auditing staff since 2012 to make sure the reasons are legitimate. But we found more auditors hasn't led to more audits. CalSTRS audited 45 school districts last year out of more than 1,000.
That doesn't seem like a substantial number.
We are very confident in our audit process.
CalSTRS hasn't accused the administrators of spiking in our 3 cases.
How much do you think school administrators are trying to game the system?
I can't answer that, but we take spiking very seriously, but we don't find it that often.
Professor Nation isn't buying that.
If you set up a system that allows people to game it and to take advantage of it, people will game it and take advantage of it.
Back at Little League practice, it all doesn't quite add up for teacher David Pickett.
Certainly teachers aren't able to really do it, and it just is disappointing that, you know, everyone's not kind of on a level playing field. All right, one more.
In Belmont, Betty Yu, KPIX 5.
We reached out to all 3 school districts involved. We have posted their comments on our website, cbssf.com.